Good evening, Christ First. It's great to bring you another one of these encouragements. Hopefully, you can either listen to it tonight or tomorrow, and it will encourage you to push and press into your relationship with God. And so I just very quickly want to draw your attention to some verses. One from Ephesians 4, which says, Paul writing to the church in Ephesus, I urge you to walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. And there's just a key word in there, the phrase, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. And then if you turn over to Hebrews chapter 12, there's these famous verses where it says, let us lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith. And so I just wanted to encourage you in two aspects. One is endurance and the other is maintenance. And I don't know if you're like me, but I'm not really a maintenance guy. I don't enjoy those kind of things. I used to work in IT, and one of the jobs that I had was going into a server room in an office in London, and I would work through the servers, check that everything was running as it should be. And to be honest, I found it quite boring, but that's why it's called work and not fun. But maintenance is so important. Keeping your body fit, doing exercise, there's maintenance needed. Like Megan loves going in the garden and weeding and doing those kinds of things. And it's maintaining something takes a lot of effort and work, but it's work that's done when things are okay. And so I want to encourage you to maintain your relationships in your family, your household, if you're in one, or if you know that there's someone outside of your household that there's a bit of tension at the moment, or there was just before lockdown happened. I want to encourage you to try and restore the unity of the Spirit and the bond of peace. And if that is restored, I want to encourage you to reach out to people and maintain that unity. Stay connected to people. Stay united with your brothers and sisters in Christ and other people as well. So I'd encourage you to maintain and put effort into relationships where you know things are okay at the moment, but you want to just sort of keep investing in them and maintaining them, working at them while they're still good. We don't want to get to disaster points before we start putting in effort. And I just want to encourage you again in that endurance, that the way that we do this, the way that we endure, the way that we are able to carry on and take another step. I'm not a fan of running. I find it really boring. You're doing the same thing over and over and over. But so I have to find ways to make running enjoyable for me. But I want to encourage you to endure, to run the race with endurance. And the way that we do that, the way that we take a next step is we say, for me, when I'm running, I say, I'm going to make it to that tree, or I'm going to make it to that lamppost. And then once I get there, I look to the next thing. And for us as Christians, in our journey, our walk, our run of faith, we look to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith. We say, Lord, if you can just get me to this stage, then we look again. Lord, can you carry me to there? Can we get to there together? And so I'd encourage you just to keep looking into the scriptures. When you read a passage, where can I see Jesus in this? How can I be encouraged about what God has done for me through the gospel and the good news of Jesus' salvation? And so I just encourage you, get into the Bible, look for Jesus there. You'll find him, and just encourage yourself, build yourself up in your faith, so that we can run with endurance. We've got a longer time of lockdown ahead, so I'd encourage you, keep doing this. Spend some time in the Word, looking for Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith, that he might encourage you to run with endurance. Be blessed and have a good night or a good day if you watch this on Wednesday.